Oh my god. Guys, big day today. Let's go. Just enough. Let's go. So I did $8,850 yesterday, and this is down about $110 from the day before. And yeah, primarily it's due to a drop in affiliate revenue from the health sites or the health networks. But Amazon's doing quite well. Let me show you guys. So yesterday was a banger. I'm not sure if this is because November. I don't know. But yeah, we got about 70K in ordered revenue yesterday. And as you can see, the numbers aren't out for earnings. Well, not completely. But yeah, quick maths. I just go off of previous revenue of 70K and it was 3.8K. So we pretty much did 3.8K in Amazon revenue yesterday. And in terms of OnlyFans, we did $279, which is up $39 from the day before. So we plan to scale this up, but the issue is the keyword data out there for OnlyFans keywords is so weak. So they're all the numbers are wrong. So if you're seeing the Google Search Console on our end, it's much higher than declared. So it's really hard to see which articles we're trying to go after, or which type of keywords we're trying to go after, if that makes sense. So let's talk about yesterday. I think in terms of yesterday, all I needed to do was get my net worth update out, which I did. And besides that, I think we just explored yesterday. Went to the gym. It was good. Explored Vienna. Went to incredible art gallery, actually. Highly recommend it to you all. I forgot the name. I'll probably drop it in the description or something. But yeah, yesterday was a no work day pretty much, and really enjoyed it. The weather was great yesterday, so that was quite easy to do. Whereas today, I think it's supposed to rain, so we'll probably spend more time indoors. We also have a podcast today with Julian Goldie. That should be fun. So we recorded 2 podcasts this week, and it's because next week I'm in Cancun. I don't really want to be working too much. Yeah, in terms of sleep, I think my sleep score readiness was really high yesterday. It was an 87. But my actual sleep wasn't great. It was like a 74. And I don't know why. Probably a bit warm yesterday. Running a bit warm because I had a couple glasses of wine. But yeah, hopefully today's better. So I guess we got to talk about the Verge article titled "The People Who Ruined the Internet." And they go on to talk about if SEO experts ruin the web, and that how Google results haven't been particularly useful or helpful in the last couple of years. And you know what? I tend to agree to an extent, but I don't think SEOs are to blame in this case. I think it's rather Google's lack of transparency and their inconsistency with the advice they put out there. And how I feel about the article, I think the types of people they chatted with aren't great. If you chat with a bunch of in-house people and a bunch of agency people, and some of the names in there are, let's be honest, some of these guys haven't ranked their own site in a while. It's all for clients with already large enough following. So I just take this, I would take this whole article with a grain of salt, especially with the line, I quote, "Several people that I spoke to made a similar point. The best SEOs are the ones that follow Google's rules, which essentially asks you to make amazing websites without even thinking about Google." And I think that's frankly ridiculous. And those people are bound to fail. And I pretty much have no respect for people who think that way as well. Also in the article, they called affiliates essentially content goblins. And I'm going to wear that like a medal of honor. I'm just going to keep my head down and just keep on grinding. And while traditional media, these news publications, are dropping left and right because they have no sound way of monetizing, I'll be there scooping them up and pumping them full of affiliate articles. So that's just how it is. It's either they join us or they run out of money, because it's obvious if you're not optimizing for Google or having some sort of traffic source, where's the money gonna come from? It's a private company at the end of the day, and you're not a nonprofit. So I think all this virtue signaling is a bit ridiculous. So that concludes that. I don't want to talk about the article too much. I think there's not much of a direction with the article. So is it affiliates are bad? Is Google bad? Or is the author leaving it up to the reader to decide? I don't know. Anyways, onwards. So yesterday's video did relatively well. Let's talk about that. We hit about 600 views in the first, I think, 24 hours or so, versus the one from the day before sat at around 400 something views. And I think it's because of two reasons. One, the video from the day before with I made 322K in October, I believe a lot of the people who would have watched the video already saw my tweet and they already knew the update. So this video probably wasn't of interest to them. And two, I think OnlyFans gets people excited because it's all the hype right now in terms of the online space. If you guys know what I know, oh my goodness, there's like OnlyFans agencies popping up left and right. The money's insane. And three, every time I put an OnlyFans in the title, I tweet out something like, I made $300 on OnlyFans yesterday. Find out how this ugly Asian motherfucker did it. And I would just buy a bunch of retweets from this like MBA account. And I guess people are interested in that. It's quite interesting, really. And I pay this guy like a couple $100 a month, or a couple $100 for 30 retweets from his like accounts. And it's about 400K followers each, and you get it from about 3 accounts, or 4, if I remember correctly. And as of now, right now, which is about noon, I'm recording this a bit later, the tweet has 170K impressions, which is bonkers. I think just OnlyFans content does really well with the audience. So maybe I'll keep doing it. I got roughly, let me tell you right now, I'm sorry, I didn't really prepare. This is a last minute type of thing. We got 170 views from Twitter effectively, and the rest from recommendations. So today what I'm going to try out is not tweeting out anything and seeing how this video does. So on to your questions from the previous video. If you guys have any questions for me in terms of like in general, anything I talked about, my revenues, daily life, etc., please drop them in the comments. I'll answer. So far we've had not that many questions, so I've been able to answer all of them in every video. So yeah, just drop them in and I'll answer them in the next video. So your first question asks, I want to create an agency for family lawyers and focus on lead gen. Would you say building a landing page for them on their existing site and ranking it would be a good move? So, I mean, you're pretty much creating an agency, like an SEO agency, if I'm understanding correctly, focused on family lawyers. I think that's a good idea. And if you want to focus on lead gen, it'll be a local SEO play. And yeah, I don't know if a landing page would be the best idea. I'd just be optimizing the heck out of their Google My Business. So another question asks about my take on personas. So using fake personas on multiple sites to fulfill like EEAT requirements when you have multiple sites. So what that means is does pretty much asking if EEAT matters and if you can fake that using fake personas. We don't do that typically, and I would actually recommend against that. There's several ways to get author bios in a legitimate way. For example, this was actually posted in the Advise community. I urge you guys to join it if you want to. Sean, my business partner for the Advise community, posted something like you can look for topical experts in any industry with Craigslist. So you just send out a question or a query and you can pay them like $50 or something just to use their author profile. And you ask them to fill out like a form with all their credentials, and you can just use that. I think that's a great way to fake some personas. Someone else asked, how many employees do I have, and do I hire mainly in the Philippines? I get this question a lot. So we have about, I think, if I remember correctly, 16 full-time employees right now, and majority of them are editors. What that means is, like, they proofread and rewrite AI content, and then they post it on our partnership sites or our own businesses or our clients. And where do we hire from? We hire primarily in Kenya right now, but we have some people in the Philippines. If I had to create another stream of revenue before the end of the year, what would this be? That's a great question, and I think about this very, very often. So with our partnership sites, some of the products we rank for are like supplement keywords, and we're able to see how much traffic or how much revenue we're able to push for clients. And that really gets me thinking, like, should we launch a supplement brand? And if so, we can launch very, very easily, right? Because of my past experience in supplements, we're able to source that very quickly, and we can just create an FBA brand and go from there. Why we don't do that right now is because it's a very, very thick layer of complexity when you introduce like logistics, sourcing and logistics, and selling on Amazon as well. Like, you constantly have me watching out for your rankings, etc., etc. But if I were forced to, that's what I would do. But it's not something, we kind of shelved that idea for now. So another person asks if I know any good platforms to sell guest posts in bulk. We don't typically do that, but what we do is we have all the contact forms go through Zapier, or we use Pabbly, but the notification goes through our Slack, and then every single time we just like automatically pitch all our sites and we give them a price, like a list of pricing, and that's been going really well. So we get a lot of repeat buys from link building agencies. Some of your favorite link building agencies send us quite a bit of money every month. And the last question is, are you using any WordPress builders or some sort of platform to deploy your sites? Yeah, we use WordPress for majority of the sites and majority of the partnerships that we have. And that's just because our team is like very accustomed to it, and we can scale very quickly with WordPress. And we try to build everything on Gutenberg nowadays, just purely because of speed. I mean, speed as in like site speed, not like operational wise. Elementor or Thrive page builders, highly recommend against that. You got to go native apps for speed. All right, that's it, guys. If you like this episode or me building in public and just talking like this, let me know in the comments below. Comments are the only thing that keeps me going, as I mentioned. Views, not so much. I know those will fluctuate based on the algo, based off of the thumbnails I choose. But yeah, the comments are what keeps me going with these episodes. It's a lot of work, so if you guys don't mind, thank you. See you guys tomorrow.